I'm going to show you a couple of ways to easily weigh your motorcycle. And the time has come to see the actual weight of my 2012 CBR1000RR. And of course, my lovely 2016 Ducati XDiavel S. And of course, my #1 favorite, heavily modded 2014 Yamaha WR250R.
Let's go for a ride. You are watching CycleCruza's all-in-one motorcycle channel. Subscribe today.
I've been wanting to see the actual weight of my motorcycles for a long time now, especially my heavily modded WR250R, which, by the way, if you haven't seen the recent 3.0 version of this bike unveiling video, I'll include that video link in the description and comment section of this video. And in that video, I go over every single mod that I did to this bike in detail, which, by the way, if you want to get links to all the mods that I did to this bike, my CBR1000RR and my Ducati XDiavel S, just go to my website at CycleCruza.com and click on the menu tab, My Mods. And those are links to all the parts I put on all three bikes, because I know you guys always ask me all the time where I get certain stuff, so that takes care of it for you. Like I said, I'm really interested in seeing what this bike weighs in at, because I did remove a lot of the unnecessary, OEM stuff off this bike, such as the ugly fender that comes on most new bikes. I eliminated those ugly lollipop mirrors, which add a lot of weight. I switched out to an aftermarket headlight with auxiliary LED lights, which is powered, by the way, has a switch here that I can power it on this custom bar pad with the integrated controls on the bar pad. However, and also, by the way, I switched out to a IMS 3-gallon tank, which the tank itself, without the fuel in, is actually lighter in weight than the metal 2-gallon tank that comes stock with the WR250R. And by the way, that is full of 3 gallons of fuel, so we'll be able to see the exact weight of this bike. I added on a bunch of mods, like I said, hand guards, skid plate. I did swap out the chain guard with an aftermarket aluminum custom chain guard, which is lighter in weight. The shifter, which is aluminum, much lighter in weight than the stock. And of course, I have the aluminum, the hybrid aluminum and steel sprocket in the rear, which saves weight. The only thing is, I don't know how much these custom DID STX rims, I don't know if those are lighter in weight than the stock rims or not. And also, I added heavy duty tubes, which I'm sure adds weight, as where the stock tubes are just standard tubes that they put on the bike. So it'll be real interesting to see what this bike weighs in. I'm thinking maybe I shaved off at least 5 pounds off of stock, which, by the way, stock weight for the WR250R is 295 pounds wet. So I'm thinking I at least got this bike to 290 pounds. So we'll see. And also my 2012 CBR1000RR, this is the non-ABS version. The only thing I did to this bike is remove the ugly stock fender. Never had any problems with the police, by the way, with that aftermarket plate right there. I did replace the stock exhaust with a hyperflow exhaust, which sounds amazing. And it saves, I think, like 7 pounds off of that. I'm thinking that rear fender was at least 3 pounds. So I'm thinking I shaved off at least 10 pounds off this bike. Stock weight is 441 pounds wet. And so I'm thinking maybe 431 pounds. I don't know. We'll see. I did add a homemade GPS dock, which, by the way, if you want to see how to make one yourself, I custom made this. I'll include that video link in the description and comment section of this video. And my Ducati XDiavel S is mostly stock except for this custom. It's partially, this is an aftermarket GPS dock, but I did do some custom work to it. If you want to see that video where I did the custom work for this GPS dock, I'll include that video link in the description and comment section of this video as well. I think this bike stock, I think, is 545 pounds wet. So I'm thinking this bike should be exactly what they say it should weigh, or maybe a pound This probably adds maybe a pound to it. So we'll see. I'm going to be weighing these bikes with this inexpensive shipping scale, which, by the way, I'll include a link in the description and comment section of this video to where you can get this. And it is accurate. I tested it out with dumbbells. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and put the bikes on the scale. We're going to go ahead and put the scale underneath the front tire here. This is the easiest way to do it, especially with this bike. And then I'm going to go ahead and drop the bike on the scale. There we go. 137.9. Okay, that's for the front wheel. 130. Okay, here's the rear wheel. Put it underneath there. And we'll drop it on there and see what it is. About 149. 149 pounds. Hey, my modded WR250R weighs 287 pounds wet. That's 8 pounds lighter than stock. And I have an extra gallon of fuel with my upgraded 3-gallon tank. Okay, now the Ducati XDiavel S. I have it on the lift. And we'll go ahead and drop it down for the front tire. $259.6. Okay, now here's the rear. $273.9, so say 274. Okay, so you add up the front and rear wheel weights, that comes to a total of 534 pounds. However, my bike only has a little over a quarter tank of gas left, and the tank holds 4.75 gallons of fuel. So you figure I had about 0.35 gallons of fuel left. So you need to add in an additional 4.4 gallons of fuel times 6, because 1 gallon of fuel weighs about 6 pounds. So you have to add an additional 26.4 pounds to that weight. So the grand total for my XDiavel is 560.4 pounds wet. However, I forgot to mention I do have an added passenger backrest, passenger seat, toolkit, GPS bracket, action camera bracket, and also the wiring for the GPS and the action camera. So I'm sure that all adds up maybe to that extra 15 pounds of weight over the stock weight. Okay, now I'm going to show you a second way to weigh your bike. I'm going to take the CBR1000RR and I'm actually going to roll it onto the scale. Like I said, this particular scale has a low profile lip there, so it should be no problem. You don't have to put any ramp in front of it. And I'll do that for the front wheel and rear wheel. Like I said, the easiest way to weigh your bike is if you have a stand like this Bursig stand, which you have to buy the stand and the adapter for your particular bike separately. I'll include a link to where you can get this stand in the description and comment section of this video. But this will work for most sport bikes and cruisers. And I love the stand. If you want to see the review video that I did on this stand, I'll include a link to that review in the description and comment section of this video. But it makes it so much easier to weigh your bike. Like you saw, just slip it underneath the tires and drop it with the lever there, bada boom, bada bang. This way is easy too, but it requires a little bit more effort. Okay, so let's see what the CBR1000RR weighs. 230 pounds. 230 pounds. Now we'll do the rear wheel. So we got about 201 pounds. So if you add the front and rear wheel weight figures up, it comes to 431 pounds. However, my odometer says I use 1.1 gallons of fuel. So you multiply that times 6, 1 gallon of fuel, like I said, equals 6 pounds. So that's an additional 6.6 pounds we have to add on to that figure. So total wet weight is 437.6 pounds. However, like I said, I have a GPS dock on there, 12-volt power cord. So I saved about 4 pounds. For those of you guys who want to get my gear, you know, my helmet, camel pants, boots, cameras, everything, I always include links in the description and comment section of my videos, or go to my website at CycleCruza.com, click on the menu tab, My Gear, and those are current links to all of my stuff. And if you want to see more of my videos, click on the menu tab, My Videos, and those are a bunch of playlists with my over nearly 1,200 plus videos categorized into those playlists to make it easier for you to navigate through and find what you're looking for. Hey, hit thumbs up if you like this video, man. Subscribe to my all-in-one motorcycle channel, and also go check out my other channel, Bug Out Moto, that showcases a van that I customized for cheap that allows me to live in my van with my motorcycle anywhere, and has a ton of cool mods. And that channel has everything from build videos, trip videos, anything and everything Bug Out Moto. As a courtesy, I included 2 video playlists, one for new riders, and those are all of the videos I've done over the years that I feel are helpful for new riders, and also my popular videos playlist. Hey, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. Take care.